don't even know how to like start a video off anymore. It's been so long. But today we are going to be answering the essential question, did Bratz fall off? And to answer that question, we are going to go down a timeline, basically pinpointing all of Bratz's major moments, circumstances, lawsuits, whatever that has brought them to where they stand today. But before we enter the Bratz timeline, we need to start with some historical context. And that historical context is Mother Mattel and Barbie.
Ew!
In the early 1950s, Ruth Handler, who was the creator of Barbie, one day saw her daughter playing with paper dolls. And when her daughter was playing with these paper dolls, she would give them adult roles like doctor, lawyer, con artist, stripper, whatever, anything a man and woman can both do. So Ruth got an idea. She was like, what if we made dolls that weren't just for preparing children to be mothers and housewives, and we gave them regular jobs and made them adult bodied? And so she brought it up with her husband, who was the owner of Mattel, and he said, fuck no. She was like, okay. And then 6 years later, in 1956, Ruth and her kids went to Switzerland. And in Switzerland, they saw a doll called Bill Lilly. And so Ruth got an idea. She was like, yeah, I could do something with this. And so she bought the doll, brought it back to America, linked up with some dude, and basically redesigned it and presented it at a toy fair and named it Barbie after her daughter Barbara, and boom, Barbie is born. Later on, they get a lawsuit because, the German company was like, yo, you quite literally stole our whole flow, but they were like, shut up, we'll buy you, and they did, and everything was fine. So many lawsuits and money and a whole bunch of shit later, we hit the year 2001. Another doll line has hit the tower. I had to. I'm sorry. But boom, Bratz Dolls is born.
We're all gonna die.
So let me give some more, context on the Bratz line. So the Bratz line was made by a man named Carter Bryant. Carter was cooking up the concept for Bratz while working on and off for Mattel. And 2 weeks before he bounced from Mattel, he signed an agreement with MGA Entertainment. Then they were like, yeah, we'll make your doll. Also, did you know MGA Entertainment was the ones that are responsible for the La La Loopsy shit? I didn't even know that, for real. I was just looking it up. I was like, yeah. But yeah, Carter signs a deal with MGA Entertainment, and they're like, okay, we can do something with this. And then, the debut release is here, and then we have Bratz. And in the debut release, we only have 4 dolls. We have Yasmin, Jade, Chloe, and Sasha, the diverse, every ethnicities. And their style, of course, was opposite of Barbie. Barbie at the time was more still modest. I guess, yeah, kind of housewife. I don't know. It was still modest housewife because have you seen swimsuit Barbie? Barbie was doing some shit. She was still hoeing, but it wasn't like Y2K when the Bratz dolls are, slim, thick, showing clothes. They bad bitches, bro. We had Bratz, the bad bitches, and then Barbie, the modern day. Now I want to say housewife because Barbie be doing some shit too. And I'm a Barbie ride or die. I'm sorry, I am. But Bratz was killing it. It was lit. It was something new. It was Y2K fashion versus that old shit. They were like, oh, where does this go? So yeah, at the time of the release, Barbie had majority of the doll market, but since Bratz was coming into the mix, they were racially diverse. They had Y2K fashion. Everybody was like, yo, this is kind of fire. They started building up and made 97 mil their first year. Yo, they was lit, bro. Debut year, you made 97 million. I think for the time, that's good money, I would assume, especially for dolls. That was good shit. So in 2002, Mattel, they were like, whoa, Bratz is stealing our market. We gotta do something, bruh. And so they do. They made their own bootleg little Bratz line called My Scene Dolls. And it was basically like Barbie gone wild, Barbie gone bad bitch. That's what it was. I wish I was conscious for it, because I think in 2002, your girl didn't exist yet. I was not here. But yeah, My Scene was basically Barbie going wild because Mattel realized that, oh shit, diversity sells. We gotta do something. So they released the My Scene dolls, and they were just like, you basically combine Bratz and Barbie, but still keep a little bit of Barbie, and that was My Scene. And they released with Barbie, Madison, and Chelsea. So they banked off of that, made some shows, some movies, some games. I think they had a website or like a web series, and they were just trying to compete with Bratz, bro. And then, cause they was so mad that the monopoly was, you know, being threatened, they made another line to compete, and it was called Flavor Dolls. The ad was cool. Like it was like what's your flavor? It was lit. It was lit.
What's your flavor? Tell me what's your flavor?
But I'm just gonna show you a picture of a white girl with micro braids. And I'm not saying white girls with micro braids ain't fine. As long as you look cute, you do what you want, gang. But girl, for that time, everybody was like, oh. And you can tell what it was targeted to. Cause let me tell you the names of the dog. Let me tell you. I don't know why I didn't write down the name. It's whatever. But we have Trey, Liam, Happy D, Kiani Brown, Tika, and Peebo. Now you tell me who they trying to appeal to. You tell me. Now the dog's gonna be on screen too. You tell me who they was trying to appeal to. You tell me. That's why they only lasted a year, because everybody was like, yeah, you did not eat with that one. So they had to bank off of My Scene for a little bit. So, you know, that's why it was controversial. But right now, My Scene, Barbie, Bratz, competition. It's crazy. Mattel is tweaking, shaking in their boots. And so now we're going to go down a speed run timeline of Bratz and Barbie, basically on and off. Not even enemies to lovers, just fucking enemies. Like, history, because Bratz, they was up at certain times, but then I'm not gonna spoil it. Let's just start the timeline.
My cat died today.
Get a new one.
So in 2002-2003, Bratz releases their first PlayStation game, just called Bratz. You dance and I think choose character, and that was it. And this is also the time span where Flavas was released and also discontinued because of reasons, because they were controversial, and everybody was like, there was no reason for that. Just stick with My Scene. There was no reason for you to release that. Anyways, in 2004, MGA teams up with some company that I don't care or know about to create and release their first Bratz books called Will Work for Fashion and Making It Up. We also start to get some Bratz movies. We get our first Bratz movies starring and styling. And because of all this new shit, basically, Barbie starts to fall off because Bratz begins to outsell them in the UK and Australia. Not in America yet, because, you know, America. But they was outselling them in the UK and Australia, and Barbie was like, wow, what the hell? And to top it off of that, Bratz releases another line called Bratz Babies. And every time I hear Bratz Babies, I just think of the movie with the Bratz. I'm sorry, that shit is lit though. So, 2005, Bratz is, they falling off. They like falling off big. They dropped 30% in the US, which I'm assuming is a big number for a, you know, a monopoly, and 18% over the like worldwide, which is, you know, not good. And so, Bratz, they're up right now, so they keep releasing stuff. They released Bratz Big Babies, which were, I'm not gonna say animatronics, but they just made noises. They, the ones that were released in 2005, they burped in blue bubbles. I don't know, I'm sure people was buying them. And we have our first lawsuit. Every time there's a lawsuit, I'm going to use the Ace Attorney objection. Just because it's fun. And I also can't stop thinking of the OO Neko case, but I'm not going to say too much because she might call me a race traitor. So, objection. In April 2005, MGA filed a lawsuit against Mattel because they were like, yo, you're copying our whole flow with My Scene. And Barbie was like, man, shut your ass up, bro. Nothing happens yet, but MGA was like, yo, out of here. And so because of that, Bratz and, MGA, they started to be a little petty. They changed their slogan, which was like girls with a passion for fashion, to the only girls with a passion for fashion. Yeah, they ate with that. And then on September 10th, the Bratz series begins to air. And basically, this TV show was based off of Chloe, Jade, Sasha, and Yasmin running their own teen magazine and competing with their rival magazine called Your Thing, which I personally think is shade of my scene. Like, you said, like, Your Thing, my scene. You tell me you can't, like, play something. They was throwing shade. I don't care. It was probably already in development when my scene was released, but still, bro, you can't tell me they was not throwing the shade. They changed their slogan. They released their new TV show, bro. They was up. They had to throw shade. It was crazy. And then they released a movie that year too, September 13th. Bratz Rock Angels, all with a Z. Movie comes out, and then a dog line came out to go with that movie, and a video game also came out on the PS2, which was affiliated with everything. They was up in W marketing. They said game, Bratz line, movie. We're up with the show too. We're up, bro. Then 2006, Yo Girl Is Born. It's not till the end of the year though, but Bratz is now 40% up in the dog market. They just keep getting up, bro. And so in early January, they released Lil Bratz Friends, Fashion, and Fun, which was some game on the VTech. I think the VTech was like, y'all remember that, like, that leapfrog shit? I feel like it was like that. I looked it up. I didn't understand what I was looking at. I put it on the screen, but they released it on the VTech. I don't know what it did or what the hell a VTech was, but they was up. They released shit. April 11th, they released Bratz Genie Magic, which I think was a game, movie, something. Yeah, I don't know what it was. September 12th, Bratz Babies is a movie is released. September 26th, Bratz Forever Diamonds is released. And now we have another lawsuit. Hit them with that.
Objection!
Thank you. Anyways, December 10th, Mattel, because if you don't remember, MJ was suing them for stealing their whole flow with the My Scene shit. So Mattel was like, oh, we're gonna counter sue, saying that the creator, he stole all of our stuff because he was working for us while he was making Bratz. And then Carter was like, yo, I wasn't even working for y'all when I was coming up with Bratz, bro. Shut up. But that case is still ongoing. And then another, not lawsuit, but controversy. The National Labor Committee in December 21st announced that, basically the manufacturing for Bratz was made like sweatshop style. The CEO said, yo, this shit is not true. Shut up. And I think that's really like the last that I've heard about it. He like the CEO sent out an email saying, yo, this is not happening. Don't listen to the media. This is not true. This is false. And then 2007 hits. So 2007, Bratz just keeps releasing more shit. Bratz Fashion Pixies, Bratz Kids Sleepover Adventures, Bratz Super Babies, Bratz Live Action is released. Didn't do good though. Got 3.7 out of 10 based on 80 reviews. People said the movie was filled with mixed messages and that it's too shallow for its audience. I don't know what the intended audience is, isn't it? Like, it's like preteens, but like, do preteens have morals? I like, or like, do they need something in depth? Especially during those times, did they need that shit? I don't know. And they got a B+ overall, but overall that shit was not fire. It did flop, but that's okay because they were still releasing more shit. Bratz For Real DS game comes out, which was based on the live action. More W marketing. They love releasing, like, that's good marketing. That's good. Like, they're up, even though the movie flopped, but they're up. And then we have another controversy. Hit them with that.
Objection!
So Bratz lands himself in a little more controversy with the American Psychological Association. They were saying, hey, you're sexualizing our girls. Which I understand. I understand why they would think that, even though I don't think it was that deep. But, you know, especially for the time that was new. Now, man, you can't even find, like, regular kids' clothes at, like, a Target. motherfucker, I don't want my 5-year-old in a crop top. Goodbye. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, basically, the association said this is more insecurity, concerns over body image and lifestyle that the Bratz were allegedly pushing, even though weren't they just like, bad bitch teens with a teen magazine? It was lit, but it's whatever. This was just during a whole smear campaign of I guess different doll lines saying that these dolls are sexualizing girls or sexualizing little girls, or pushing them to follow different lifestyles, different things. But then said they also said that African American girls only play with it for diversity, which I wouldn't be fucking surprised. But I played with Barbie. I love Barbie. Barbie was my shit. But I would always get the black dolls. I've never had like actual Barbie, like the OG Barbie. I've never had that one. I had black Barbie or just some other Barbie hybrid, but I've never had actual Barbie. I was also one, so I wasn't playing with Barbie yet. But yeah, it was just a smear campaign saying like, hey, these dolls are sexualizing your girls and they should be canceled. Nothing really happens after that. It was just kind of like, whatever. And then 2008 hits. From like 2008 to 2013, I'm not going year by year anymore because there's a lot that happens, and everything like minor, like any like game releases, movie releases, aren't that important because we have a shit ton of court cases right now. We have a whole bunch of lawsuits. So that's basically what this segment is going to take up.
Disappointment in the game of life.
So at the beginning, a whole bunch of movies. They got a show on Nickelodeon that was called Bratz Academy. It was basically like what's it called? Not America's Top Model, but something like that, where young girls would compete in fashion challenges, and the winners their design would be going for a British line of Bratz dolls. I don't know. I don't care. It's not important. But Bratz TV show came back from hiatus. But hit him with that.
Objection!
On July 17th of, I'm assuming, 2008, the jury that was with the case with saying that with MGA trying to sue Barbie for copying their whole flow, then Barbie countersued for saying, yo, Carter was working with us and basically stole our business secrets, and so he should be sued and give us a whole bunch of money and his shit should be canceled. The jury ruled that Carter Bryant, the creator of Bratz, was working with Mattel, or was working for Mattel while creating Bratz. And so MGA said Bryant was not working for Mattel or Barbie when he came up with these ideas. He had like 2 separate periods of time where he was working for Mattel, and I guess during that time where he wasn't, that's when Bratz started coming up. That's when he designed it. But the jury also says that MGA was liable for basically, I guess, taking the Bratz dolls or the Barbie dolls and converting them into Bratz dolls, even though Barbie did the same shit with the Build Lily dolls, but we're not saying anything just because they had money, was able to buy out the German company. Don't piss me off. Anyways, then in August 26th, jury said the MGA has to pay $100 million to Mattel, but only for the first generation of Bratz dolls because they have changed since, the first line. Then, December 3rd, Mattel requested an injunction. If you don't know what an injunction is, from what my understanding, in simple terms, an injunction basically means a company can no longer produce their stuff. Like, they legally... Basically, MGA cannot produce any more Bratz dolls, and it was granted. So, Bratz goes on hiatus for a good minute. Then, October 2009, some dude named Belair wanted to jump on the hate train with Bratz falling off and shit, and was basically saying that Mattel and MGA both stole his whole flow, and he took it to the jury saying that they copied his overall design build of the dolls. But then the jury said you can't copyright it the way a doll is built. Next. Then, back to December 2009, a different judge, I think, reviewed the case and basically said, yo, fuck that injunction, and basically allowed MGA to release Bratz again, because the court said the original judge was tripping because you cannot give that company, Mattel, that much control over another company on what they can and cannot produce. That's way too much power. It's monopoly shit, but it's whatever. So after all of that was figured out, the court said, yo, figure this shit amongst yourself, though. I don't want to see you in my court ever again. Stop suing each other. Stop trying to fucking cancel each other. I'm sick of y'all. Figure it out on your own, okay? So in August/September of 2010, Bratz is big. We with the comeback. We with the 10-year anniversary. They release a new line of doors and they back. Mattel is still bitching because they mad the injunction didn't work. And so, basically, late 2010, the court decides that Bratz holds all the rights to the Bratz line. And they were saying the original judge that did this case abused his power and did not know what the hell he was talking about, so this doesn't work. But Mattel and MGA keep on bitching. But then in 2011, a jury basically says once again, MGA owns Bratz. And for that, Mattel, you're gonna pay $310 million for attorney fees, stealing trade secrets, and false claims. Get the fuck out of my face, bitch. But even with the comeback, the fall off begins.
Stick some iron in your mouth and pull the trigger.
After around like 2011, I guess like 2012, nothing really important happens. More minor releases. They beef with Lady Gaga where they sued her for 10 mil. I don't know if it worked. It might have worked. I don't know if they got to 10 mil, and I don't really care. In 2013, Bratz got another rebrand because Monster High entered the scene, and you know Monster High ate. You know it did. Then in January 2014, Bratz goes on hiatus again because even with the comeback, all the lawsuits and how long they were out the game for, they kind of fell off. So they wanted to give the brand a proper comeback, so they went on hiatus for a little bit to cook up something else new. 2015, Bratz relaunches again, and they've added some new characters named Raya, even though they already had a character named Raya. The bodies were changed, and the fans did not like it. They did not agree with it. And then they thought, people thought that the Bratz were now more oriented to kids rather than the preteens and teens area, so they fell off. In 2016, they went on hiatus again. And then in 2017, number 3, another comeback, and it was only sold on Amazon, so I say that shit was a flop. Because literally, I feel like you would have to follow them to know if that shit was on Amazon. I stopped playing with Bratz Fall Off in the minute, like, after that. And then since 2017, nothing has really popped off like that. In 2021, they partnered with Kylie Jenner to release that one doll. I guess some people bought it. I don't know. I don't care. They came out with a game for console, and it did okay. I kind of want to play it, but I gotta wait till I start posting more again and then stream it. But yeah, it didn't do bad from the ratings I've seen. It was a decent game. I think it's a game that you could turn your brain off, but there was that. Literally, like, nothing of importance, and I could be missing something, but I feel like I've researched enough. From like 2021, nothing really cool has happened. They released like the mini Bratz shit. No one fucking watches. I don't care. Like, unless you know you're like really, if you're shit, of course you're gonna pay attention to that. But if you're like not paying attention, no one fucking cares. Damn, I don't feel like fixing my camera right now, but hello, editing that checked here. As of editing this video, I was going on the MGA website because I wanted to look up something to ensure something that I said was correct. And while I was out there, of course, I went to the Bratz to see if, I need to add it in if there's anything new. And apparently, they are doing a Mean Girls partnership. So they're releasing Mean Girl Bratz dolls on like October 31st. Or the 17th, I don't know. Or you can pre-order it then, and then they'll be released later. Probably won't get it till next year at Christmas. I don't know. I didn't read that much, but I did see it. I was too distracted about the UI because I hate the Bratz website UI. It pisses me off. But yeah, so they are doing stuff in 2024. I still believe that they're falling off, but yeah, I guess if you care about Mean Girls, that's something you can look forward to. I personally don't care, but yeah, no one cares. In 2024, they made an Instagram post for National Women's Day, where they showed Chappelle Roan, Miley Cyrus, and somebody else, and they also spelled Chappelle Roan's, or is it Chapel? I keep on saying Chappelle. Is it Chapel Roan? I think it's Chapel Roan. Even though, either way, they spelled her name wrong on the post, but I guess the thought was there. And then they partnered with some digital thing called Flick, which you use real money, so it's microtransactions. You use real money to buy digital dolls for internet games that I guess are owned by Flick. I don't know. And then they had some shitty YouTube short series. It did not get the views for, like, it was like, it's in the like 10Ks or 20K digits. It's not good. They flopped, so it's not getting views. That's a flop. I don't care. So that's a timeline. I know it got like a little messy towards the end, but like the flop was that hard. It was so hard to comprehend or take notes of it, because literally you see all this stuff, and then as you're getting closer to like more present day, there ain't shit going on. So let's do our final discussion. Did Bratz fall off? Yeah, they did.
Ho, the things that you've lied about, even pertaining to your mom, you don't want them out.
It is kind of sad because you were up when you debuted. You were up. You were going against Barbie. You were going against, you know, big corporation, big monopoly, big Mattel, big mother, you know, whatever. You went through all these lawsuits. You had all these games, all these movies, all these books, all these doll lines. But even through winning the lawsuits, you still fell off, and Barbie and Mattel is still killing it. It's like I know that shit hurts, bro. Not even hurt, like that's like you did all this shit to me and you still won? You still won, bro? Cause like, how do you define a fall off? What? I feel like there's like so many, I feel like a fall off is subjective. So you may think, nah, they're still up, or you might think, no, they fell off. But the fact that you won a lawsuit, you did your comeback. It was your 10-year anniversary. The comeback flopped. You went on hiatus, came back again, another comeback. That comeback flopped. You came back a third time, did another comeback, and that comeback flopped. And you were just reaching and grabbing and doing partnerships, trying to figure shit out, and it didn't work. I personally believe if they released like a movie, maybe during now, it might actually get views, but they gotta do good marketing. They gotta do that marketing they were doing back in the early 2000s. But like, you had so many chances to come back, but I think we were getting older. Things were moving way too fast. I think Barbie was able to catch up way more easily. Because Barbie kept on coming out with more and more shows. Bad Barbie Dreamhouse on Netflix, lit. I'll watch it again and again. That's fire. Any Barbie movie, lit. I don't know about the most recent ones. I don't know if they released any more recent ones. Those were kind of whack. But it's just, that's like crazy, bro. 3 comebacks and you still flop. So, I don't know. You can tell me what you think in the comments. Because they were up, but 3 comebacks year after year. All these lawsuits that you won, and you still fell off. So, to answer the essential question, did Bratz fall off? I'm gonna say yes. Because winning the lawsuit and then 3 comebacks that flopped each fucking time, it's up. It's up. And like, I feel like you don't hear nothing about Bratz now. It's up. So Bratz fell off. Sad story. But that's it. It felt good to record. I'm not gonna promise consistency because there's a lot going on. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you think Bratz fell off in the comments below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. I hope you're doing well. Thank you to all the new subscribers. If I do stay consistent enough, I think we could hit 1K by the end of the year. But that's up to me. So, yeah. But like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things to help the channel. Feels good to be back. Oh, I almost forgot my outro. Bonchu was here. Bonchu was there. Bonchu was everywhere. My name is literally Aircheck. This was Did Bratz Fall Off? And I will see you